Hello, I am Maria Jar with the American Military University. Today I'm presenting Air Pollution Ethics in the United States to the EVSP 508 Environmental Ethics Fall Session D 2023. This is my overview. According to the American Lung Association, more than 1 in 3 Americans are exposed to unhealthy levels of pollution. Additionally, the 2023 State of the Air report indicated that approximately 36% of Americans are affected by air pollution. However, it's not all bad news. When compared to 2022 report, in just 1 year there was a 12.5% decrease in the number of people exposed to poor air quality. Proper implementation of the Clean Air Act drove improvements in the ozone levels and decreased air pollution. If the United States was able to decrease air pollution by 12.5% in just 1 year, how many years until that number is zero? Right now, it is difficult to say if that number will ever reach zero. The world was forever changed by the Industrial Revolution. Machines replaced human labor, increasing efficiency and productivity. By the early 1900s, world population was a mere 1.6 billion, and the environmental impacts of the industrialization were not yet seen. In the 1970s, world population has more than doubled and was at 3.7 billion. By then, the environmental impacts have been seen on large scale, and actions have been needed to be taken to prevent further decay of the environment and depletion of the natural resources. On the next slide, I will discuss 4 policies that were enacted to safeguard air quality. Before that, I would like to discuss further the impact of capitalism on the air quality and environmental ethics. Every single person in the United States is a slave to capitalism, and their decisions are driven by it every day, to include sustainability. Capitalism created a society of anthropocentrism and made it almost impossible for other options. Capitalism has been a main drive for economy and industry growth. However, sustainable development could be a good way forward. The Clean Air Act is a law that defines responsibilities of the Environmental Protection Agency, or the EPA, when it comes to air quality and the ozone layer. It was first introduced in the 1970s and has since evolved through different amendments. The main purpose of this law is to protect health of American families and workers. Next is the Population Prevention Act of the 1990 that was created by the Congress to reduce or prevent pollution at the source whenever it's feasible. It states that pollution can be prevented, should be recycled in an environmentally safe manner, and the disposal or release in the environment should be done only as a last resort and in an environmentally safe manner. The EPA is responsible for employing this act and holding corporations responsible. The National Primary and Secondary Ambient Air Quality Standard under Title 40, Chapter 1, Subchapter C, Part 50 requires the EPA to set national ambient air quality standards for 6 principal pollutants that are harmful to the public and the environment. Within that, it sets primary standards, which are the protection of the sensitive populations, and the secondary standards, which are the protection of the general public, disability, animals, and crops. The 6 pollutants are carbon monoxide, lead, nitrogen dioxide, ozone, particle pollution, and sulfur dioxide. Lastly is the Creating Clean Air for Communities National Enforcement and Compliance Initiative. This initiative was designed to address the adverse health environmental effects that stemmed from toxic air pollution. This initiative was enacted in 2020, and its primary goal is to improve air quality across the country. Although these are 4 different regulations concerning different aspects of air quality and air pollution, they have one thing in common. They are centered around the needs of humans first and drive a change for the environment in order to secure health and longevity. The environment and its impacts are considered second. This is a very anthropocentric way to approach air pollution and reduction of it. The regulations imply human dominion over nature and the environment, and place human benefit and importance above all else. The primary goal of the environmental movement and regulations created is to provide safety for current population and preserve the environment for the future generations. In its core, it's centered around humans and their future and therefore are anthropocentric in nature. The environment, flora, and fauna are secondary considerations. Actions currently being taken are great in ensuring the world has a future. However, this future is only focused around humans. Earth is approximately 4.5 billion years old, and the modern Homo sapiens have only been present for about 200,000 years. Humans have been a part of nature up until the industrialization and capitalism, and it's not too late to revert back to being part of nature again. These are my references, and thank you for your time.